As many of you know, I'm Dr. Alejandro.
And I'm Dr. Emily.
And we're on a mission to rebuild chiropractic one partnership at a time.
We help chiropractors open practices, revive failing ones, and step into their true calling. This is the Path to Victory podcast.
2025 was great. This is the last episode of 2025. We've been consistent every single week.
2025 was such a good year to us. We want to recap some of our highlights, some of our mistakes and failures, and then what we're looking forward to going into 2026. So let's start with our recap.
Again, we're not giving you advice. We're just saying what worked for us. And from there, you can actually take it. And we're going to say what it didn't work for us. And you can actually fix it. So 2025, great year. Starting in January, I remember I had this CrossFit competition. I trained basically the whole year, all 2024. I was looking forward to it, and it comes that week, and I got sick.
Not only were you training for it all 2024, but you were waking up at like 3 a.m. Do you remember that?
I remember that. I was waking up at 3 a.m. to work out, and it was great. You know, I don't regret it, but I got sick that same week, and I remember I was sick the whole competition, but you still say, like, let's go for it. You should still do it, and we made a trip out of it. Luca and you were able to see me. For me, that was a big highlight. Then February, we took it a little easier. Mm-hmm. Right? We slowed down a little bit. But then in March, we had the opportunity to go to Naples.
Yes.
We had a retreat with our mastermind group, Expanders, and we were into Naples, never been to Naples before. And that was one of the bougiest things I've ever seen. It's literally like Ubers are like Suburban, Yukon, Escalade. Yeah. It was like, dang, okay, This was sick. And I remember in that conference, they didn't pick on us a lot, but they were giving us a lot of advice, and I highly appreciate that. I know some people call it picking on you. I don't call it like that. I'm grateful for that because you're actually giving me advice, and I know how we are. You give me an advice Saturday, Sunday, or Saturday night, we're already thinking, how are we going to implement that?
Yeah. Some people call it like, oh, they're calling you out, but in the mastermind group, they say, we're calling you up. So because we know you can do better, we're going to call you up on what you're currently doing isn't going to get you to the next level. So call me up. If I'm not doing something that I'm supposed to be doing and I know I could be doing more, I want you to call me up. I don't want you to tell me, oh, you're doing great, even when I'm not, right? And that's something we've had to learn with our offices and some of the doctors in the office that we're currently with Victory is we love you, but we're going to show you tough love because we know you could be doing so much more. So when we're in a group where they see our potential and they're like, hey, you're not living up to your potential, here's what you could be doing instead. It just is such a wake-up call, and we're blessed to be part of that community.
Absolutely. And we're going to talk more about like our offices in depth here in a little bit. But in that mastermind, we went over frameworks. Mm-hmm. Framework was a big thing. Mindset, things that we can actually implement, and how are we going to structure our partnerships. Yeah. And then a couple months later, I had the opportunity to talk on an event. It was in May or June. I don't remember exactly. It was in Nashville. Mm-hmm. And right. I was able to use that same frameworks. Steph gave me the opportunity to talk on one of our events and talk about my story. I was nervous as hell. I've been waiting for that basically all my life because I love speaking in public, although, like, I'm scared of it. I would love it,
And you did amazing.
So I had the opportunity of practicing those frameworks to help more people. So that was one of my highlights of the year. And looking back as well, a couple months prior to that, Emily got me tickets to go to the Celtics game courtside, and that was sick, actually. Like, we're literally, like, I was sitting near the bench of the Celtics, and on the other side of Emily, there was this guy super annoying, like, hey, careful with your jacket, careful with this. And all of a sudden we ask him, like, what do you do to, like, be here in every game? Oh, I'm the doctor of the team. We're like, okay, like, let's start a conversation. So you never know who's close to you. That could be an opportunity, because I asked him, like, how can I be the chiropractor of the Dallas Mavericks? And simple thing that he told me, he's connections, so we're just looking for those connections that can get us there.
Yes, I love it. And then continuing into June,
Our big training.
We had a huge training in Missouri where we combined all the offices, all the doctors, all the staff got together. That energy is really cool. It's something, obviously, to be like on Zoom calls every week and talking and like we're in constant connectivity with these doctors. But to get in person and to get in the room with people is just so much more powerful. We put on a really, really good first event. Although I know we could do better. And I know that there's things that we learned from mistakes we made here and there. It was a good, like, man, we can really do this, and we're going to do this every year and make it just even better every single time, because we want our doctors to experience like what it's like to be around successful people. We want our staff to be involved with here. We're not just like seeing patients and it's day to day. It's like we're building an entire legacy for not only our communities, but for our families as well. And just to have everybody involved was really cool.
Absolutely. And something that we were working for that training is what can we bring to people to hear us? You know, for the doctors, we have the resource already. We're going to speak to the doctors. We know how to speak to them. But then to the staff, it was going to be other staff speaking to them. And thankfully, part of the mastermind that we're on, we had the opportunity of inviting Dr. Sarah. You actually like connected with her, like told her your mission, and she came and she spoke to every single female. All of the CAs are female. There's only one male actually in one of the clinics. And she spoke to them, you know, because I can speak to them, but I'm going to be like, dude, you need to stop messing around. Let's do this, this. She was able to like basically get to them, connect with them, and then get things out of them. And when we asked them at the end of the seminar, what was the best part, all of them said, Dr. Sarah. So that's the good thing of being on a circle community, on a mastermind of people that are better than you and are going to push you forward. Because you never know, you know, like we know we can invite Dr. Sarah, and we have 20 more doctors that we can invite for our next seminar to work with our staff.
Exactly. And then going into more later into the year, we opened Waco in May. Forgot about that one.
Yes.
Which was a lot of work, a lot of sweat, blood, and tears, mainly on Dr. Ali's part. They crushed it. They had an amazing month first opening, and they've been continuing to grow every single month, which is just awesome. And then we also acquired a new office in Arkansas, and I know we're going to talk a little bit about that as well. But I want to backtrack personally. We're back in May now. We did another fitness competition, which was like a high rock style event. And the day before the competition, I decided, why not? I'm just going to take a pregnancy test because I feel like I might be pregnant. And lo and behold, I find out I'm pregnant the day before amazing fitness competition. At all. 3 days prior to that, mind you, we had been looking for a new house and we got approved for a loan. So we get approved. 3 days later, I found out I'm pregnant. The next day we do a fitness competition. And now here we are sitting in our beautiful dream home that, I mean, I literally couldn't have designed a better home and land space for us if I even wanted to or if I tried.
A lot of moving pieces there, but I'm going to go back to Alex and Ali. They actually put the work. I remember they were here in January. They lived with us January and February and a little bit of March. Then they went door knocking, business to business, meeting people. And they actually met 2,000 people before they opened their doors. They did a soft opening in May. They did great. When I told our coach, like, hey, they're doing this, they're not hitting 1 million yet. She's like, dude, they just opened and he's doing way better than people that have been open for years. I'm like, that is true. You know, we had higher expectations, like 1 million the first year. So we're on track to keep growing it. They're doing great. They met a lot of people. Every time they would tell them something, they actually apply it and they see the success. So shout out to Alex and Ali. Then we acquire another clinic in Arkansas, how you mentioned. We're still in the process of getting that office up and running like well. Hopefully in January, we already have all the system ready to go, name change and everything. So looking forward to that. Mistakes that we did, it was we could do better in onboarding. We had a lot of things going on, so the onboarding was a little poor, but now we're actually fixing it. Now we're onboarding an associate as well in our clinic, fixing the onboarding as well. He's doing way better now that we started like more one-on-one. Again, it's not working harder for me. It's just working different. I'm going to be more with him. Like tomorrow, I need to be with him. It's a Friday. I'm usually not at the clinic, but I'm going to be there just practicing with him to get him up and running.
Any major event or major change that we've had this past year, I think has helped us so much to learn and grow and dial in what could be better. So for me, finding out I'm pregnant, I'm like, okay, I know I want X amount of weeks for a maternity leave when I didn't have that the first time. So what does that mean? We have to reverse engineer. How do we get to that point? So now we have to dial in. What is everything that I'm doing that maybe could be delegated or needs to be written down and documented so that if someone were to step in and take my place, like this new associate is going to do, he knows exactly what to do from step 1 to step Z, right? We want to make sure that all of our systems are dialed in. And then acquiring the Arkansas clinic, we thought our systems were so good and so solid. And of course they are. But we didn't really have a clear cut, like, here's day 1, day 2, day 3, here's what you do, X, Y, Z. And so we are really now focusing on making sure all of that is dialed in So that when we do this again, it can just be replicable and it can be super easy.
And thankfully, we have one of the staff that step up.
Yes.
She's not an EA yet, but she's working as one. She's being like your right hand in everything.
Yes.
Literally every process, she's bought into the mission because she knows what it takes. And we're thankful to have her because, like you would be like scrambling all around on all the paperwork that you have to do.
Yeah. What has worked for us is having a right hand. So obviously we're workhorses. We can work at 5 a.m. and we can keep working until 11 p.m. if we wanted to. But we know that it might not get done as well or to the fullest capacity that it could. So we need a right hand. And thankfully, we found a right hand in our office who's also helping with the other Victory offices, just implementing stuff. She's like the ultimate integrator. She's the executor. She's going to get stuff done. Cannot highly recommend that enough for any offices out there, especially solo docs.
Yeah. And then looking forward to 2026, we're moving to a new building. Emily's giving birth right after. So it's a lot of things going on. I had a big opportunity come up. I'm not going to mention what it is, but I had a big opportunity come up to help more people.
Yes.
I accepted it. So looking forward into that. So it's a busy season. You're giving birth. We're moving. This opportunity is a busy season. But we say yes to things that are going to help us on our mission.
Yes.
So we're saying no to a lot of other things, but those other things are not moving the needle. It's not helping us help more people. So everything that is related to helping more people, the way that we do it, we're going to say yes. It doesn't matter, like the season, like Emily's about to give birth. A year ago, I would have said like no to everything. Like, no, Emily's giving birth. Let's just, but like, we still have time. We still have time to be present with the family and do the things that you enjoy. It's just sacrificing, like right now, I'm just waking up at 4 a.m. without an alarm. I don't know why. I'm just waking up. So like, let's just start working, For you, it's like days like this that you're not on the clinic. You love what you're doing on the behind the scenes, what people don't do. You even posted on Instagram today that when patients ask you like that you're not working or something like that, it's like, yeah, you're not adjusting people. When you adjust people, you're not moving everything forward. You're just staying there. That's what we were explaining to staff. But when you're here actually working on the behind the scenes, everything is moving forward.
Right. I love helping people. I love serving the community. I love adjusting people. But I've learned to love the back end stuff even more because I know that's ultimately what's going to grow the business, what's going to grow the service mindset that we have our communities.
That's going to help you literally help more people.
Exactly.
You can help with your two hands, 100, 200 people a day.
Yeah.
On the behind the scenes, you can actually help thousands of people
so many more. Yes.
daily,
So looking forward to so many things coming in 2026, new building, new baby, expansion of the family, expansion of the business. We're super, super grateful for everything that happened in 2025, but looking forward to 2026 with great expectations. And we hope that we have helped you guys so far this year. I know it's been super helpful for me to even reflect back on these episodes and watch. And I'm like, oh man, that was awesome. Yeah, that was like a really, really key moment that I learned from. And I just can't wait to implement more stuff and teach you guys what we've learned along the way.
Yeah. And if you want to give us, if you want to hear something specifically and we feel that we're adequate to talk about that, just send us a DM to Emily or to me. And we could happily, if we know about the subject, we could touch the subject. If we have done any mistake related to that subject, we can talk about it. And don't forget to join the newsletter, paththovictorycairo.com. Newsletter is going to be super active in 2026. Everything that is going to go on the podcast, we're going to mention it before in the newsletter. So don't forget to subscribe and have a great year.